Now, are we falling out of love with marriage? A new report on social trends out today says nearly half of us think it makes no difference to children whether their parents are married or not. Does marriage matter?
Oh, if you're in love, it's wonderful. That's what marriage is. It's the greatest gift we're given to two people.
Loving parents are more important, rather than miserable parents married to each other for however long and can't stand the sight of each other.
Yeah, I think it's important to show your commitment to your partner.
And personally, I think as long as the child has got two loving parents, or one loving parent is shown that love, then obviously they're going to grow up feeling love.
Well, we've been married 50 years and it's gone very well. So I could highly recommend it.
Yeah. And relationship expert Francine Kaye, known as the divorce doctor, joins me now, and I like the fact his wife is probably at the back going, yeah, remember what you said. Are you surprised by the apparent fall in the popularity of marriage?
No, not really. I mean, I think it's a natural evolution that we're going towards this. We're in a society which is much more transient, and also things are much, much easier for people to just cohabit with each other. I mean, the only thing I think I would say, I agree with a lot of those people that obviously if you've got two committed parents, then the children are going to be in a stable and loving relationship with the parents, and they're going to feel safe. However, statistics do show, and this was a Civitas think tank sort of statistic, that in cohabiting relationships, there is more of an opportunity for fathers to leave. They do
Is it particularly fathers?
It's particularly fathers. It's always the women that end up really looking after the children, you know, in a situation where people split up. But with cohabiting women, the men are more likely to be able to leave, and also then not to provide for the children, perhaps in the same way that a married person would, because of the legalities that go around it.
Right, but presumably it's also worse for the children if very unhappy parents are staying together for the sake of the children, as they used to, of course, you know, before the before the 60s. Really.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, to be in a relationship, to be in a family where the parents are at war, it's an incredible strain. Educationally, it affects children, psychologically, in so many different ways, and they become their parents' carers. So they might become mediators in between the children, in between the parents. They're torn the whole time, so that means they can't concentrate on being a child because they're being brought up in this atmosphere where there's a battleground going on the whole time.
So actually, when we talk about children from fractured homes, for example, they could be fractured homes with both parents living there.
Absolutely, of course they could. And, you know, that definitely works both ways. The only thing that I would say about marriage as an institution, which is interesting as I am the divorce doctor and I'm working with people who are splitting up the whole time, is that I think that there is even more of a sense of commitment and more of a sense of, you know, we are in this for the long haul together. So although, yes, those people are completely right, as long as you're in a loving relationship, the children will fare well, I still think there's something about the institution of marriage which gives it that edge.
And means that it's a bit more difficult to split up.
Absolutely.
So maybe you work through the problems because of the fact
Absolutely, and people are tending to want to work through the problems a whole lot more. They've got more at stake.
Francis, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Let us know what you think. Is marriage now irrelevant?